Welcome in, everybody. I'm just setting this up. Just give me about 60 seconds. Just another 30 seconds and I'll have this all set up. As you guys know, I need to set it up on my phone because YouTube, it doesn't always show me for some reason. So I've got to do it a very creative way so that I can answer everybody's questions and whatnot. Okay, so here we go. So good mid-afternoon, 2:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as you can see, we've had a nice little push up here on XRP. And remember last week, let's see if anybody's in here. 7 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics, and I would greatly appreciate it. The more likes I can get in the short time we're on, it'll help drive more traffic because YouTube has a weird algorithm. But anyhow, sorry, my phone, I need to bring it out for chat. I just realized that I turned it off on accident. Habit. Just pause that. Okay, so let me get back into this. Let me get back into this. Okay, so we're good to go. We're good to go. I'm back. Go back into the live chat. I am so sorry. You know, I don't take very many breaks. So, okay, Zenda, welcome in. Let me just see if this will show me. Zenda, welcome in. I appreciate that. First one in. Johnny, Tom, your longtime follower. Johnny, exciting movements coming. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if we look at XRP, we're going to have a fight here now, ladies and gentlemen. This is your second layer out of 3, depending on how far we want to go. This is a big layer. This 50 cent, but better known as the 522 up here. That's where we need to get on top of if we want to continue this nice push up. So that's what we're going to cover today. But as well as, it's not just going to be XRP. You know, we've got something bigger as well. Well, not bigger, but we've got something more dire developing with XLM, that this pattern's already forming with XRP. But it has not started forming yet with XLM. I might have diapers, pull-ups being delivered for my son right now, so that might be what UPS is here for. Yes, it is. So, but for XRP, we made a great hold on this descending triangle and/or, hey, Steven, what's going on? Christian, welcome in. Bill, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you very much.
Do you know if you got an Amazon or anything for me? It's not right. I got to leave it with you, but
no,
you don't know.
No, they said nothing was to be returned, so I don't even have a.
Thomas.
Yeah, I honestly don't.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll just leave it here. I'm supposed to leave it with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'll just take it as an fly away.
Yeah, perfect.
If you guys find it out, you just put that label on it. The bottom part's for you. You just take it to UPS.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Trading with J-Ride, welcome, and Steven, welcome. Yes, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh my God, when did the stream start? Yes, Joshua, I just started. It's only been 4 minutes and 33 seconds. 26 people in here, really? Make sure to hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Infamous, welcome in. I can't believe so many people are in here. So, this formation held, and anybody who was in here, can I ask a question? Was anybody in here last week? And the stream on Wednesday and or Thursday, when we talked about the market cycle didn't feel right because a lot of YouTube and the news cycles were talking about how we were about to have this impending major drop, and we talked about how it looked like a bear trap, and with the looming debt ceiling, we're gonna have to have an agreement. So the looming debt ceiling deal, it all boded well for crypto and risk asset pumps, because we knew the government, if it does get agreed on, they're going to have a bunch of money to dump into crypto, risk on assets, and things like that. So I'm just curious, was anybody here now was here last week when we drew this out, and actually got to see this before it played out, because we drew this here together. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday, the first day I did the live. So that's XRP. So the other question I have for you in the comments, or anybody watching as I continue to go along, I'm just going to do this as if nobody's here, but you're more than welcome to answer this question. Do you think XRP's done with this cup and handle, or do you think we're going to come up to the 5375? Or do you think we finish it at the 585? Do you think we're going to end the cup and handle right now at the 522 level? Or do you think we're coming all the way up to 585? That's what I want to know. Because 522 is a major resistance level to me. It's a major resistance level, just like 50 cents was a major resistance level as well. And then obviously you'd have to break above 5375 because that's the tip before the drop. So you got to pay attention to that as well, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why these are major levels of resistance. I've had I've had a few people ask me, why isn't it the top? Why are you using 522? It's just a rotational drop. That's just where I felt the most comfortable, and that's where it's being used right now. Pretty dead on. Cape Cod Kyle, welcome in. Yeah, going up to 585. That's where I tend to think it's going up to, especially if this inverted head and shoulders is to play out like it should. And then, everybody, if you're wondering how you would become more bullish, you break out of the inverted head and shoulders, which would mean you break the pattern high, which is at 585. Then you'd have the next layer, you'd break up, and you'd have to try to break about 60 cents. That's a big drop we had from a pattern breakdown several years ago. So that's how you do this. But the short answer here is you would break the inverted head and shoulder structure, which would mean you'd have to break 585. That's where the widest part of the pattern started. Unless you come out farther and say the drop, and this is the cool thing when you start to look back, right? So when you have more of a structure built, and then you can start panning out a little bit. So what if it started here? That was the left arm. See, that's too far though, because then if you start doing that, I don't think that would be a full head. You know, that would be too far going back. So I do like saying it from here, but there is a way to look at that and be like, oh, that's like a shoulder, or your foot being in the sand, come back down to your body, this, that, and then you come down here, and then you come up here, and then it would form this, and then it would have to come up there. And that's how you come up like that, and that would be the full pattern formation. So that's why I feel like this pattern, you can go wider here and be like boom, boom, boom. But this is the easier way to do it. The short-term cup and handle. If you finish it out properly, you have the long-term cup and handle, which brings you up just slightly higher. So, you know, it's a rotation thing. It's a rotation thing. I try to keep things simple. And now, does everybody understand that? Can we understand? Going up to 585. I don't know, but hopefully. Steve-O, what did you say? Steve-O. Why did it not show me your comment? Go back here. Steve-O said, but hopefully it goes up. Yep, I agree with that. So, all right. So we have 40 people in here, only 20 likes. Got to do better than that. The likes are free, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not asking you for anything other than hit that like button and show me that support for putting my time in. That's all I'm asking. I wasn't here last week, buddy. I had to start searching for your video. Wasn't getting notifications, but I can tell you what direction I'm hoping for. So 58 cents is potentially the final local top of the capitulation. No, it's possible. It's possible. If 585, if we weren't to break this pattern top, yeah, that would be the end of it. Now you would know that that's been broken if you break over 585 and you use that as support and then break that 60-cent structure breakdown. That's your main thing you're trying to do. So right now it's 585, and then if you look at XLM, it's so far behind that if it wants to try to do something like XRP, it would have to do something like this. So XLM and I don't know why it's at 10.7. Well, this one's at 10.7, but I have an initial target at 10.2. But if we're doing this kind of a formation, it's the 10.5. But there's multiple levels. You still got to break up here. And I think the other XLM chart might be more appropriate. Whoops. Just so you can see the levels in between. So you've got the 927, you've got 951, then we've got 998. But overall, what the hell is going on here? Why did it? I don't know what the hell. I must have hit a button. Let's see. XLM. So that's just the one. All I know is it went in 25. Went 25%, 48 for a swing to 58. So I hope it plays. I'm keeping it close to the ice. Yeah, a lot of people need under 40 cents one more time. But this is what I kept saying when it was under 40 cents for a year. When it's at 52 and 55, it's going to look a lot cheaper then. Do you think we can see some more volatility on the 1st of June? We can see a lot of volatility, absolutely. It's just, you got to pay attention to the debt ceiling. The moment they raise that and they have some cash flowing, it's going to be an issue. But this is all, you know, they're dictating something in the market right now. So we're going to see. We're going to see exactly how high we can go. But if we default, you know, that would be interesting. I don't think they have the stones to default. That's what this country needs. But my interpretation was if they don't default. Could this be a buy the news, sell the rumor? Sell the rumor. Kind of, yeah, it could be buy the news kind of pump between debt ceiling and of SEC information. It could absolutely be buy the news because this isn't a rumor. So there's more people that are buying or more reluctant to sell right now because they believe this is for a bigger play. So what do we think about XLM? Do we think this is what can happen? So basically the first layer here is we need that first 4% push and to get on top of 925. We're looking for a straight shot up for 4%, like a quick move from 8979 to 925. That's what we're looking at here for the first level. 52.2 is the resistance for XRP. In my humble opinion. 52 cents goes through too easily. Like right now we're above 52 cents and we hang out. 52.22 on the other hand, we don't hang out above it very often. This is just, for me, it's a time-tested level. No disrespect. Trading with J-Red. I mean, 52 cents, you can use it. I just did it. I do it at a more minute level than just to say 52. But yeah, 52 cents is a huge psychological level. 52 cents as a whole is absolutely a psychological level. Because as you know, once we broke 52 cents, we went to 48. And that was the overextension. Once 48 fell, we knew it was over. In your personal opinion, Tom, how much longer can we push off the word recession? That could drop the market fast. So much negative coming up still for the... Oh, we can push it out as long as this government doesn't want the U.S. dollar to fail. Just watch the U.S. dollar currency index. That's why a lot of people... We'll say the DXY, when it goes up, it automatically means the dollar or the crypto is going down. And I said, not so fast, everybody. Better be careful which part of the cycle you're in. Right now, the DXY is only going to make commodities, oils, and things like that go down when it's going. Gold, silver, precious metals. It's not going to have a direct impact on crypto because of the environment we're in. That's just my personal opinion. But... we can push it off as long as the government... We have an election coming, remember? This is my issue. We have an election next year. Democrats aren't going to want to give that position up too easily. Hit 522 again just now. Let's see if it can push through this time. See, this is where it's ultimately looking at this level. It's ultimately trying to break this level. That's why I always tell people, yeah, I have laser sight on what I'm doing. I know what's happening. And that's why these levels are so important to pay attention to from spot to spot to spot. So, but yeah, I don't think it can last very long. And yeah, for some of you, I apologize that, yeah, no, I'm not shorting the market. I'm not shorting it right now. There's no point. I don't need to short the market. I don't need to risk shorting the market and letting it go up and losing my money. You know why? Because I accumulate in bear markets, and that's essentially me shorting the market. I'm not buying. I saved myself $12,000 by selling out in the bull market, almost the top, and not buying back in until sub 30 the first time, having a 35 average. I've already done what I need to do. And not just that, I don't just have XRP. If you pay attention to FOMO Fridays, everybody will know my position, but I'm not going to talk about it every day. Go back and watch my last FOMO Friday update. appreciate that, Joshua. Yeah, no, Jan, everything is a strategic move. It sure is. So that's what I've got, basically, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to hear if you have any questions, any concerns. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's that simple. In the days to come, you know, we'll get more people joining Tom's Army while I'm live. We'll get more people showing the donations or support. We'll get more people subscribing. We'll get more people hitting the like button. We'll get more people following along on this journey. I guarantee it. But it takes a good general and a good leader. That's why I'm here. I asked for the like button. That's it. 29 out of 34. While I'm on here, Bitcoin 27,758, because we're not going to know where the rest of the market's running until we see Bitcoin. But we talked about the W reversal on Bitcoin. And the big thing is we need to come over 28,000 and hold it so that we can get back in that broken channel. If we don't get back in the broken channel, we can have a big catastrophic drop. But if you look in the 3 hour, we've had a golden cross. In the 3 hour, we've had a golden cross. In the 4 hour, and that's just the exponential moving averages I'm judging that on, which is that red line. What is going on? That red line coming through the blue line, which is the 20 coming through the 200. Yeah, you get your Tom's Army emoji back if you're in Tom's Army. It's that simple. You got to pay $9.99 a month. That puts you in Tom's Army, and that's how you get the emoji badge. Once you're in Tom's Army, it starts from where you left off. So if you were a 6-month member, no, you're not, Christian. You must have let it lapse. It doesn't. If you're part of Tom's Army, it'll have a badge next to your name. A lot of people have the misinterpretation that they think they're in Tom's Army, but they redid their eligibility and everything. So every single person, even if you're on auto renew, see how Jan has that emoji next to her name? That's how I know she's in Tom's Army. See how, let's see who else is in here. A lot of people who think they're in Tom's Army are no longer in Tom's Army, just FYI. The only person in here right now who's actually in Tom's Army is Jan, Kyle, and Zenda. Those are the only 3 people in here right now that I can see who have commented that are in Tom's Army. Everybody else, even if you think that you auto-renewed, it hasn't been auto-renewed because they switched the terms of services on YouTube. So you had to automatically agree. It automatically stopped the month to month. Power Gear, what's going on? Welcome in. John Landon, welcome, or London, welcome in. 2 longtime members, Jason Setta, welcome in. See, there's 3 members of Tom's Army. That's awesome right there. I appreciate that, Jan. No, I know a lot of people are fudsters on YouTube, and I appreciate that. That's why I do what I do. John London, yes, yours renewed. The Focus, you are also renewed. So everybody asking it. When you comment, if you see the symbol next to your name, an emoji, that means you've renewed. If it hasn't had that symbol next to your name, you haven't renewed. I just don't talk about it because I don't try to advertise for people that spend their hard-earned money. The Focus, welcome in. Kierley, welcome in. All members of Tom's Army. That's fantastic to see this. See, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. So, I'm trying to get this point across real quick while I'm still on here. Bitcoin, we need to get back up into this channel. This right now, this is standard operating procedure. And right now, this is meant to look like an M-topping reversal. I can't guarantee it, but I all can. You don't remember that YouTube forced me. I already... Oh, fuck you. Jason channel. I already showed you months ago. If you remember, PayPal still taking it. And on page, it still shows up as number. Oh, well... I was just telling you how I can tell on YouTube side, Christian. Yeah, I do remember. I do remember. Now that you brought it up. Yeah, and with the PayPal thing, I have no idea because I don't have PayPal and I haven't had it for a long time because I felt like they were starting to do some bullshit. So I stopped all that. But yeah, that is some horse, you know what. Let's see. Winding down here, folks. Got the kids coming home from school, so that's the Bitcoin thing. We need to get over 28,000, then ultimately push 29,000 and get topside. But this looks like a fake out for an untopping reversal. We had to verify the golden cross in the 4 hour, and you would get a nice hit on that support before a break up. And it was a nice breakdown here after 28,400 to try to liquidate some if it is going to further move up and try to push 29,000. PayPal, oh, I gotcha. No, I mean, I understand. It's all good, man. You don't need to go out of your way to email me. I understand, and there's nothing I can do about that. Hey, crew, what's going on, Mr. Billy's? Or Crawl Billy's? Welcome, welcome. But does everybody get the gist of what I'm trying to say here? I don't want to lose focus here. All the stuff going on outside on the scenes, we got to focus here. We've only got so much time here. Tomstone, the like button, my brothers. Yes, yes, indeed. So Algo, I've been asked about Algo. Welcome in, Marvin. No problem. I appreciate you tuning in. Algo, we have this underneath downtrending support line that it could technically come down to the 142 level. You're welcome. Yes, sir. You're all welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. But Algo, if you're looking this 142 level, that is a definite level it could hit before it bounces up again, especially if it's going to try to form some kind of reversal. Algo's just getting slammed. It's just getting slammed. They had some issues some time ago, and Algo's just getting absolutely slammed. Just had a punt on Matic. Looks like it's behind XRP. I'll take a look at Matic on the way out, for sure. But this is the only one I'm looking at. Like, here's the thing, like, if everybody wants me to look at their individual ones after a while, send a donation. Because I have my flow that I do as a normal update. I'll take 2 seconds at this, and then I got to look at total crypto market cap and DXY, so everybody stays on the same page, and then I'm out. Yeah, definitely. This definitely could be forming the exact same thing we're talking about even with XLM. Good call. So if this happens, I'll do this real quickly for everybody. You know what I've started noticing too on YouTube? Since when did everybody come big experts, the YouTubers, all of a sudden they have the XYZ, or they know the 5-wave corrections and all this other nonsense? Is that the new thing now? How they try to FUD everybody out of their money? They just all of a sudden know the 5 waves of correction? Like, I don't understand. Or the wick off accumulation and such. So if you could get a move up here, that could verify an inverted head and shoulders at play. Now we have to pay attention to a possible rising channel that just falls right through, because you haven't met the crescendo point yet. We got to have this verify on the 4 hour. So really, you don't want this falling down much farther. You're going to want this to stay up here around 91.5 cents. So yeah, I can definitely see that it's a possibility to play out if it is in fact ahead, but there's also a possibility that it could come down like this and maybe it played and then it comes up. But if it holds this area, it's looking a little more solid. We just got to get this little play, create that inverted right shoulder. So yeah, definitely, there's definitely something brewing there, possibly. MJ, hey mate, been enjoying your calls and the likes for a year or so. Keep telling I was this. Hey, I appreciate that, MJ. Really appreciate that. I really do. 44 people in here, 33 likes. Hit the like button, please. I would greatly appreciate that. I honest to God hope it's a fake out so I can load up more. Drunk Giga Chad, yeah, in the end, I feel like it's gonna be. I really do. In the end, this will probably be one big fake out. Talk about DAG, bro. We are using this technology at work. Yeah, I'll talk on DAG at a later date. Not that I don't like it, but it's just my brain's overloaded. I can't just talk about everything. No, I gotta focus. I got a mindset today. Crawbills, you're my daily source of XRP news. Hard finding this. Not sure I found your channel, but glad I'm glad you found it too. I really am. John, no problem. Nikita, if XRP fall after 58 or 55, does it fall up to? It would have to go by level. If XRP failed 58.5, then you've got to break the supports underneath. You'd have the 558, you'd have 537, you'd have 522, 50 cents, 494, 482, 474, 4404 approximately, 432, the 417, obviously the 40 cent because it's a psychological level. And then, yeah, if it breaks all of that, then you come through the support. But most times, when you get rejected at a 585, anything from 585 down to 522 will take care of itself, so you can just X that off. Once you break 522, 50 cents most likely won't hold. It is a psychological level, but 522 to me is a more important psychological level if we were to come up and touch 585. That's just my personal opinion. But if we break down at any time below 50 cents, that's a terrible sign. 494 is the extension, so you could always hold up in the extension. That's why 494 was critical on the push up. 494 stopped at the first two pushes, and then we knew if it broke 50, 52.22 was right around the corner. Hey, Miss Vicky, welcome in, love. Welcome in. Hi, General Army. I'm up early enough to catch your live big day. I appreciate that. Yes, I know it's getting towards the end of the live, but that's okay. You still made it in, and you got to catch that critical piece of information. Hey, remember when I said to buy XRP at 46 cents and you put some... And then you get the people like Joe. Anyhow, AAVE down 0.61%, Filecoin up 5.23%, Theta's another one that's getting cheap right now. And for the record, Joe is somebody who can be banned. I don't even care. Just buy now and sell after 50 cents or $5. Joe Booty, yeah, I mean, you can do it however you want. I just told my personal strategy. So, let's see. Oh yeah, total crypto market cap up 0.57%, 1.123 trillion or billion. No, trillion. Do you think the high buy volume in XRP is because of Ripple saying, how did I fail to test it? Hold on, I got this. Remember? Let it go. That's the test. You're welcome, Miss Vicky. Welcome in, Rye. Casper, I'll be covering that at a later date. Casper, if you tune in on FOMO Fridays, will be a very nice update on FOMO Fridays. That's one that Casper will be in. Let's see. Gotta love doing the lives because you get all the people who try to rile you up. Do you think the high volume buy volume is XRP is because of Ripple saying the court case could be over soon? It's possible. Between that and the debt ceiling possibility of being raised, there's been a record number of addresses being or activity that's being put in right now, so it's possible. It's possible. But I think it has more to do with Brad Garlinghouse saying, hey, you know, I expect something to happen in weeks, not months. It'll get a lot of stirring going on. So you're going to get a lot of pushes, but there's been a nice push here. It's not just XRP, though. That's the thing. It's not just XRP pushing. Look at the total crypto market cap. If this was just an XRP thing, the total crypto market cap wouldn't have a beautiful W reversal. Look like it's on a bull flag as we're about to have a golden cross in the 4-hour time frame. It's going to be a very interesting week for crypto, Jan. Mini council mods. What's up, Tom? Checking in with the professor. The no BS technical analysis that everyone needs but are too scared to do. Yes, indeed. You know, there was a time where I'd have fallen into the trap of what just happened, and you see, you let it go and you understand what you're doing, and then you can continue to move forward. That's something that I should have been able to do 2 years ago. But within growth and understanding, watching commodities as well. Yep, commodities this week are... Oh, Christian, the Joe guy was saying he was mad because when XRP was at 44 cents or 45 cents, after it fell down from 59 cents, mind you, or 58 cents, he didn't say it then, that I was saying that you shouldn't buy XRP over 40 cents, but he failed to mention that I had that philosophy when XRP was all the way up before the drop down, and after it fell down, I said I don't buy XRP over 40 cents, so I had over a year to buy it. I've shown my stack of all my cryptos I own, which I don't need to validate myself, but since I'm not being honest, I am very honest, so that's some way to kick somebody in the nuts by trying to gaslight something that they actually do the opposite of. So what ends up happening is is he said that everybody should buy at 44 cents, and what's the difference? And I said, you're more than welcome to buy at 44 cents, but my philosophy is I don't buy over 40 cents because we had over a year to buy it. So why didn't you buy it sub 40 cents, or better yet, sub 30 cents, and why are you talking about 44 cents? And he didn't say anything. And then he continued. I tried to answer him, and then I answered him in a video. But then that's when I learned the hecklers don't matter. It's the ones who really care about the content, the ones who really want to grow. So he fails to mention all the times that we bought for over a year. So I showed my whole portfolio. All you have to do is look at FOMO Fridays. You know, I've shown all my holdings. It's not a secret. So that's why I don't buy over 40 cents, and it helps me avoid the manipulation. So nothing more, nothing less. Feel free to buy above. Feel free to buy above 40 cents. Pump max days. Yeah, everybody can feel free. That's what I'm saying. I never told anybody not to buy. I just don't do it. But that's only because I had my own buy-in. But I've also said if I didn't buy yet, even right now is not expensive in comparison to what it could be at $1 or $10. Oh, right now, honestly, the $9.99 to $99.99, that's because somebody said they wanted to show support and not send it through, and this was a while ago. This person doesn't do this anymore, but they wanted to have a legendary membership. Well, I named it legendary because they wanted to show that amount of support every month, but they didn't want to do it through a Cash App or whatever, so I created that for them. But nobody's used that level of support. There is no difference anymore. By me showing all my stuff for free, that is exactly what it means. That means if you join Tom's Army, you're showing me the support. You know, so it doesn't have to stay behind a paywall, or so I don't have to do it behind a paywall. That's it. If you guys don't want to show me support, that's unbelievably fantastic, but don't expect something that's not going to be there. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. I'm a very genuine person, but if you would like me to hide it behind a paywall, you found the wrong place. And if you think you're entitled for more because you're showing that extra support, you know, my time's worth a lot more than what I'm getting. So just put it in perspective. That's all I'm saying. Do you think XRP will get back down to 40 cents again, Tom? Sorry if you've already answered. Can rewrites later. I don't think that we've hit our lowest lows yet. Obviously, things can change. Obviously, if there's a settlement and lawsuit, that can change things as well. We're getting closer to Q3 and to 2023. So yeah, things can change. My personal opinion, I don't think we've hit the lower lows, but I still didn't have the balls not to buy when it was at my price targets. You know, so I do have capital to the side, a lot of capital actually, because I got to buy 85 to 95% off on all of my tokens. As we can see, XRP is pushing 5237. And remember, when you're trying to do something, if you're trying to present an idea, if you're trying to show a philosophy, or if you're just trying to help people, and the laughable part is I do this for free, you're always going to have the people that are trying to step you off your game. You're always going to have the people that try to push you away. And you're always going to have the people that are going to try to push your audience away, because the number one reason 9 times out of 10 is they're jealous, or they've missed out on what they were trying to achieve, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. And I've learned in life, those are your best fans because they bring out your true person. So if I respond in a way where I'm all upset and I'm having a pissing and moaning fight and I'm swearing and I'm, you know, that shows my character. So you got to approach it in any other way. So when I said I found my stride, I found my stride. Nothing can take me away from the prize. I know what I am and I know what I'm doing. I don't do silver stacking episodes where I show buying gold and silver and all this good stuff. I don't know why it's not showing that one, Christian. If somebody's just swearing, they can have their comment for the mods. There's a couple mods in here I don't talk about, but they are in here. Gotcha, the live is very helpful. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, they should be. But now, everybody, if you're paying attention to XRP, and like, I appreciate the hecklers. If you want to come in here and try to heckle me, you know, it's going to show the improved demeanor that I have. I actually started something for a personal thing. Well, first, everybody knows I've done my 113th workout today, so I've done 113 weightlifting sessions, and I've incorporated some cardio. So I'm in the best shape I've been in since I was since 30. When I was in high school, I was like 260 pounds. Got out of high school, and after I broke my back when I was 23, I got under 200 pounds, and I have not been over 200 since. But now I'm probably 175, 180, but I've added muscle, toned, and I've done 113 workouts. But what I've done now, and it's helped with the mind, body, and soul, is I only eat 8 hours a day. So I do a 16-hour cleanse, and I started it this is the 6th day. So I started it last Wednesday. So I only eat between the hours of, it's 1 to 9 p.m. is when I do it. And then for 16 hours, your body's forced to burn its reserves. And then you create more insulin, so it helps with inflammation and things like that. So that's what I've been doing, and it's helping with clarity and everything like that. So I encourage the ones who are, trying to go that route to try to entice me, because then it lets me self-reflect and see how far I've actually come over the last 2 years. Let's see. Thanks for, let's see. Let me go through because I like to read everybody's question. So Junk Giga Chat, people should not blame others for missing opportunities. Cycles come and go. I'm long over FOMOing into my assets. 100%. Thanks for, Zenda, thanks for building this community. Glad I can support you and your family here. I appreciate that, Zenda, very much. I really appreciate that. Miss Vicky, thank you so much. Christian Kennedy, oh, I know you send me a lot of times too. I've seen super chats for $9.99, and I really do appreciate that. I do, and everybody's like, oh, I had a couple people, oh, I'm sure you make a lot of money when you're doing, well, the lives, like, that's why you do the lives. In all reality, this is the 5th live or 4th live. I got 1 donation in 4 lives. I don't do it for the donations. I'm doing it because it's a little bit easier to be personable when I'm not just doing an update. I've already done 3 updates today, and I think they've been fantastic. The live's something different. The live is for me to get on everybody's level so we can talk. Wow, 43 people in here and 41 likes. See, that's a big compliment. I appreciate that. 37 minutes. Wow, we're running over, but let's keep doing this. The lives are very helpful, by the way, for question and answers. Absolutely, Crawbillies. That's why I started doing this. Drunk Giga Chat, if you don't get heckled, you haven't made it yet. You made it, Tom. Just keep doing it. Oh, absolutely, and that's why I had to figure out a more professional way to deal with it. It doesn't look very good when you can't handle your critics. Crawbillies, I've made gains from your analytics. I'm in other groups, and few help with real trading info. I'll look forward to the next shorts on lives. Yep. I appreciate that. That's all I'm trying to do is give a basic market understanding. But it's up to each of you to take control of your financial future. I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier. If you just do exactly what I do, if I'm doing good, you're doing good, ladies and gentlemen. If everybody's been following with my metals, we were buying gold under 1,700 together. We were buying silver around 17 bucks at the lowest. Look where we're at now. Look at the ratios. We've accumulated a lot in the last 2 years since we sold XRP in 2021. But we were smart enough to buy it back. Right now, we look like geniuses. Even if it comes through and goes sub 20, we still look like geniuses because look how much money we still have to build up in. And then when it breaks out again. But right now, we're in an interesting time. John London, if XRP went above $1.50 after a result in the courts, would you sell stock you bought under 40 cents to buy back again, or are you in? Oof. That is the question of all questions, John. That is the question of all questions. I bought it for $3,500 on 10,000 tokens, let's say on 10,000, and then I could sell it for 15,000, do almost exactly what I did in 2021. That's debatable. It all depends because have we had any kind of sell-off before that? I couldn't see myself selling it at $1.50 in this cycle, though. I'll be honest with you. I would be crushed if I didn't have XRP for the real run. That's the honest to God truth. That's why it was so hard not to have it for 2 years, but I stuck to my guns for a year and a half or so. Hey Tom, Hey Tom, do you feel we have a multi-year bear market? We've already had a multi-year bear market. I don't know if anybody realizes it, but we are still in a bear market. XRP's at 52 cents, folks. Where'd we come from? $1.98. Technically, after you're up 20%, you can start to say you're in correction mode. But in the grand pattern, we are still every bit in a bear market. We need to break that 60 cent mark before you can start to push up. And then I believe once you break 80 cents, you can start talking about maybe we're starting to turn around this bear market. We're already in a, That's what's gotten everybody fucked up in the head. All these influencers saying that we've been in a bull market now here. We're still in a multi-year bear market. I'm not sure. Christian, I'm not sure. Because if things... Hi, Michaela. If things appropriately go, this could stop us from going down. Let's just say the digital flip happens where money goes away and we have all things digital and the ISO actually becomes a big player. This could have all but been the bottom. You don't know. If I was 100% that it was going to go down, would I have already stacked up all my tokens in the appropriate spots? The grand plan, and these were best case scenarios for it to go down to the sub 20 and ultimately down towards the 10 and 12 cents. That's best case scenario. What we were praying that God would happen was to get exactly where we got. I still believe that we're going to go lower. Let's see. Wealth is the answer, and how long are you prepared to hold for? How hard up are you? These are the questions. I'll leverage half of them. Okay, so me personally, I'm not hard up for money. I am, but not for the money. Everybody's hard up for money in these. I have 3 kids, and yada yada yada. Julie got into an accident, had 5 surgeries, it's going on her 5th surgery, so she hasn't been able to work in 3 years. I got a type 1 diabetic in the house. I've got a son who's developmentally delayed from the same car accident he was in with his mom where he broke his femur, so he's got therapies and all this other crap that he has to deal with. So, yes, everybody struggles for money, but I've set a little thing up for myself. The stuff in crypto, that doesn't involve my everyday life. So if I had $3,500 and now it's turned into 6 or 7, just because that doesn't mean I'm going to take it out, because that already is $3,500 of mine that had nothing to do with my everyday rotation. My commodities are another thing. That has nothing to do with cryptocurrency unless I have profits. A lot of people get it twisted. When I would sell out of profits or make good futures trades, I wouldn't keep it in crypto. That's asinine. I'm trying to store my value. I would take that profit out and wait for the stuff to go to my desired levels. Why the hell would I put it in cash? So then I would wait for gold and silver, especially silver now, to get into its desired levels, and I would buy it. I wouldn't put it back in crypto. That makes no damn sense. Unless it was going to a new low, but I was already buying and I sold out in a bull market. I'm not going to put it back in a bull market. I knew I had almost 2 years to wait. And I told everybody it's going to be a long, cold, hard road, and many people won't survive with me. Derek Plaza. Holy shit. Welcome in. Derek Plaza, if you don't know, he's on YouTube as well. Ironically, Derek, we have the same amount of subscribers on YouTube. I always said we were very similar. He's got 16,300 subscribers, and I believe he's going to make his awaited return to XRP and Bitcoin technical analysis, because, Derek, I miss you. We need somebody else who I can trust. Real talk. So I seen your question on YouTube, and my answer to you is yes, you better fucking start doing technical analysis on XRP and Bitcoin again. Because in this market cycle, especially if we are to collapse again, or if we go on this big run, somebody's got to be there that can keep everybody ahead. And without the FUD perspective, see, when I do this, I'm not telling you whether it's going up or down. I'm just telling you what the pattern says. I let your emotions dictate it. I've made hundreds of thousands of XRP. I've lost hundreds of thousands of XRP, and I've made it again. Yep. Right, Derek, exactly. You know, and that, you got to have the mentality, though. If you're gambling with funds, that cannot be part of your house payment, part of your daily funds. It can't. Your crypto has got to be separate, because crypto, even now, a lot of people are like, I get this all the time, and this is what, I don't know if it's heartbreaking or if it just shows the stupidity of humankind. Oh, you're holding XRP, you're losing a shitload of money. Let's see, fact check. 2021, I held XRP average of 47 cents. Sold at $1.66. I had just over 7,200. I had 7,222 shares, you guys know. So do the math. So that's just XRP. That doesn't count the other, the XLM, the DGB, the ZIL, the VChain, and yada, yada, yada that I had. So I sold in 2021, right? All that. It was for $15,000 in profit. I've put roughly $11,000 to $12,000 in precious metals when it was in its bear market in 2021, finishing off the bear market into 2022. Now gold and silver is pushing way up. But let's get off of that real quick. Now I bought XRP. The first purchase I bought back, if we want to be real, was at the 2.9 level, 287. I bought the 10,000 tokens. I sold it at 45 cents, if anybody remembers. I didn't buy it back again until it got to 30 cents. That's why my average is at 35, not like 30 or 32. And like I told everybody, it doesn't make my average less or does it make it greater. I was able to flip $2,800 or $2,900 into $4,500 and then rebuy back in at $3,500. Does that make my average higher or lower? Everybody will say higher because my average now says 35 cents instead of like 28 or 29 or whatever the hell it was. So now, forget that in-between buy. I now have it at 35 cents. I have over 10,000 tokens, but I say 10,000 tokens. It's not much over, but I have a little bit over because I have a little bit on BitGet, as some of you know. So XRP, I buy at 3,500 for 10,000 tokens. Right now it's worth 5,230. So all these people laughing, I don't know about you, but $1,700 doesn't seem like chump change. I'm not sure what everybody's laughing about. I'm really not. You know, if you want to say an even more alarming one, I sold DGB at just about, what was it, 16 cents. I bought it at 5.5 cents. The first purchase I bought back in was like 0063. Imagine selling 10,000 tokens of DGB that you bought for $555 and you sold for $1,600, and then you bought 58,000 back for like, what was it, 300 bucks? I spent 60% of what I bought initially and got 5.8 times the amount and made $1,400 in profit. Yes, it took a year and a half to fulfill it, being able to buy back in. It's all about understanding and having foresight. I know what I'm talking about, and I don't need anybody to dictate it. I don't even need to dictate it. My strategy dictates it. My bank account that I don't have money in dictates it because I don't like cash. My precious metal holdings that continue to grow. My portfolios that continue to grow. My UPHOLD account, I don't know what we're up today. And you know what? Just because everybody's in the live, and I know some of you remember what it said, and I do this sparingly just in case anybody's watching. So I'll give the live one chance to see what I showed on FOMO Fridays. One chance to see what I showed on FOMO Fridays, and I'm confident nobody's going to watch 48 minutes in. But a lot of people are like, Tom, I don't believe you. You don't own shit. So I'm going to show you one time. That's UPHOLD. And yes, you're going to have to do the work so that you can separate it with your vision. But this is what I hold on UPHOLD. When I talk, I'm not bullshitting. It's been the same way. It'll continue to be the same way until I decide to do something different to add if it gets lower. That's the bottom line. And as you can see, H-bar, we've done two $50 purchases on FOMO Friday. So I don't talk shit. If you want to follow my strategy, by all means do it, but this is what I personally do with my money. I talked about XLM getting me to make a move, did I not, yesterday and today in the update? Now it's over 9 cents. We're trying to wait. And I talked about it in this live. We're waiting for this push up to 925. We've got to try to create an inverted right arm. If we break 8.5, you better have a stop loss because that means the inverted head is invalidated and we have to go down another layer. Then everybody's like, well, where the hell's the other layer? This is bullshit. Well, we have 8 cents underneath, or we go to the other chart. 5-day closes in 4 hours. If we break up big and close over 53 and hold it, XRP will more than likely rip up 300 to 400%. I believe the charts dictate the news. So by the charts doing this, is it dictating something bigger is going on behind the scenes with the XRP Ripple settlement? Do you guys find it at all strange that I flipped bullish and told everybody what was coming? We don't have to be bullish in the moment, folks. Our actions speak about the upcoming bullishness. When you buy in bear markets, you don't know how low it goes and you don't know the moment it breaks out. For all we know, this could have been the moment XRP breaks out and never sees those levels again. We don't know. That's why we prepare and we stack up during that year and a half we had. This is the best and harshest lesson that I could ever give. Darren, welcome in. Yeah, no notifications ever. They don't go out. They will not send out. That's why I am floored that so many people tune in. But you know what? Make sure to hit that like button. 63 people in here, only 49 likes. I haven't got a donation in this update, so I damn well expect you to hit the like button. That's a donation. Remember that. My time's a big donation. Imagine how much money you'd have to pay the local streamers to get this kind of information. I'm telling you, I'm going to build a revolution here, but it's because I believe in what I'm doing. I've never wavered a single moment. I've never switched up what I do. I've never changed the way I am. And now you're getting the realest of me. This is the realest of me. When I start letting you in on my portfolio, that's the real. That's the real. That means I'm starting to get a little more respect out of my audience. But I damn well want to see more members of Tom's Army. And in the future, when we start to make all these gains in our portfolio, some donations along the way would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Yep, I'll recap it, Darren. I'll recap it. Let me just, so send me an email if you're part of Tom's Army, and I'm going to know if you lie to me, you're never allowed in, whether you're part of Tom's Army or not. If anybody takes advantage and tries to send me an email saying you're part of Tom's Army, I do have a way of backtracing. So do not fuck with me. Just send me an email, and I'll send you the link after the live. Hey, Herbert, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that. You think you won't see new lows? Is it the whole debt cylinders? No. I did not say we won't. In my opinion, I still think lower lows are going to come in. It's just you have to live in the moment. This is an inverted head and shoulders, and we don't know how high it's going to go. And if it goes too high, it could always dictate that we won't hit. Maybe 40 cents becomes the new floor. Maybe 50 cents becomes the new floor. I don't know, because I don't know how high this is going to move. Right now, my next level is 585 to pay very close attention to. Yes, we've got the 537 approximately, the 558 to pay attention to in between, but the 585 is a real big area on the pattern, because that was the pattern top so far. Right now, XLM, I'm very highly paying attention to. But guys, don't you understand a sign of growth is me not having to come on here and be, oh, this, and this. A sign of growth is me coming on here and just telling you it's straight. No bullshit. Everybody can twist and turn however they want. Somebody tried to fuck it up in the beginning. But the bottom line is I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago, and I'm certainly not the same person I was 6 weeks ago. I've grown a lot, and my actions speak it. Darren, what's going on here is, first off, XRP 5232. We debated the very important 52 or 5222 level. I think 5222 is the ultimate resistance right now, because if we can get on top of it, that would be a new support structure created. Yes, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tops in the 30-minute here, so we're going to want to break out over here. But right now, we're trying to break 5222 to try to push back. Hey, Janet, a member for 17 months, and Darren, a member for 18 months. You do a fantastic job. We'll keep supporting. I really appreciate that. And Jan, an OG in the house. I love it. Love it. I love it. So there's a reason why so many members have stayed around. The longest active members have between 15 and 20 months of membership. For whatever reason, anybody who joined me prior to 2022 never typically cancel their membership. Let's see. So this is what's going on with XRP. Then 585 becomes a very critical resistance if we get on top of 522 and hold. We do have the 537 and 558 as I aforementioned. In between, and the 585 is very critical because it's the pattern top. And that's where we would have to break through. The focus member for 15 months. Wow. I really appreciate that. 15, 17, and 18 months here in the chat. That is absolutely fantastic if anybody has to question the longevity of what I do. And you guys have all been a member. As you know, I've never missed a day. I've never missed a single day on YouTube, and I never will. God willing. 5375 is a big resistance as well. It's just the 522, if you get on top of that, it's going to be a very easy way to push up. And then we have the pattern structure breakdown from roughly sometime in 2021, I believe. 2021, early 2022. And that's around the 60 cent mark. You'd have to get back on top of that. But in order to get a little bullish here, you'd have to get on top of the inverted head and shoulders and use that 585 as first layer support. That's just how it goes. And then XLM. And then I got to go, guys. It's been almost an hour. Actually, I might not have to go. I might go. I might smoke this joint with everybody. What do you think? Should Should I smoke a joint with you guys first, or should I just leave? I'll leave it. Or should I smoke cannabis? Don't say joint. Cannabis. 2 years, 15 months for Christian Kennedy. Holy smokes. Or 2 years, 15. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, smash the like button. We have, wow, 65. Is there really 65 people in here now? Some people are like, Tom, you have 16,300 subscribers. Why would that make you happy? Because 60 of you are taking your time out of your hard lives, your busy days, and you're spending time with me. Now, one more thing, Darren. You love XLM. Pay attention to the updates today for XLM. I put out quite a few. I put some stuff on Twitter. Follow XRP Future 222 on Twitter. Because it won't do XRP Future Millionaire. It's too long. True story. But right now, this is what we're trying to see if we can form, Darren. Trying to see if we're, in fact, starting this first tier of this inverted head and shoulder. Or actually, this is the third part of it. Looks like we created an inverted left arm. Came down to the inverted head. So inverted left arm, inverted head. Looks like, and I'm projecting into the future, an inverted right shoulder could be created there. Pattern top would be up here on a cup and handle formation. If, in fact, that's what's forming, an inverted head and shoulders, and I will tell you, secret is most likely just a cup and handle being formed, but it's an inverted head and shoulders because that's what it looks like in the pattern. Let's see. Member for 16 months, Herbert Jean. Wow. Wow. I remember the sub 1K subscribers, they came a long way, or come a long way. I know, Jan, it's crazy to think that. That's the one thing, like, I don't know what to think. I honestly don't know what to think because, like, sometimes I'm like, you know, I think I see some of the other stations, and I'm not jealous of any station. I just see some of them. I'm like, I know I do a better job because I'm not putting out BS and I'm doing stuff that can actually change lives. But at the same time, I also know my stuff is going to be more harshly criticized because I'm telling people what they don't want to hear half the time. Right now, everybody should be happy. I'm telling you what you want to hear. If this inverted head and shoulders happens, it means everything we've been prepping for, we're going to get a nice little rally here, and then you can do what you want to do. You might even have some extra spending cash. But I sure as hell ain't going to leave it in the dollar. Derek, I appreciate that greatly. Jan, thank you so much for facts. Mike Concho, the realist. Derek Plaza, Tom's TA is fire, and you have to trust that because that's Derek Plaza. He's one of the 3 people that I would have watched, or I will continue to watch when he puts his next content out, that I actually trust. One of them is, in fact, in our community, Solo Scrooge. He got the balls to do it, and he's approaching, I think, 500 or 600 subscribers now. He's getting up there now, and he does solo a lot, so you got to watch him. Darren, thanks for the recap, mate. Love what you do. I'm going to say, though, that I don't see this pump going for long. June is going to hurt somebody. Yeah, Darren, that's the problem. That's why we're watching the 585 if we do manage to get up there. Because that could be the old kick in the grotesques, as one would say. But I appreciate that 22 euro. I really do. Wow. And I missed one. Craig, 3-day member. Or Craw Billy's 3-day member. Smoke one, bro. You deserve it. $5 as well. Bro, you just joined 5 days ago. You didn't have to send another $5. That was greatly generous. Like, I understand the hard-earned dollar. I really appreciate it. Like, holy smokes. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed seeing more than one thing at a time. Like seeing the members of Tom's Army saying 16 and 18. I love that. Love it. Starting this, you know, it takes a certain character to end up being able to push what I push, because I'm not telling you to sign up for courses. I'm not telling you that I have a trading bot. I'm not telling you that if you spend this, you can go behind the firewall and I'm going to give you No. This is a concerted effort for us to do together. So, one thing I want to look at real quick. All right, let's see. That's what I was saying. Drunk to get Chad. Hold on, let me go into the comments. That's what I was saying. This channel is so underrated. I appreciate that. Anthony, what's up, Tom? I've been a member since October 2019. I love your channel. October 2019. Well, I didn't start in October of 2019. I started this, I had this YouTube channel because I would watch like stuff on YouTube, but it wasn't actually account until March of 2021 was when I made my first video. Well, I put a video up here on Rocket League one time because I won a tournament or some garbage. And it ended up getting like 1,000 views or something. I didn't even know. I just put it up there. And then when I started my station, I seen it at 1,000 views. I'm like, holy shit. But let's see. Finally caught alive. Hell yeah, RHS. Welcome in. Derek Plaza, everyone thinks that things are going to turn bearish. Everyone, so I'm long. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing that I kept saying. When everybody's speaking bearish, didn't everybody notice the main YouTube stations all went bearish all of a sudden? Our biggest indicator, Miles, went bearish, and then it pumped the next day. Like, we should know this. When the whole world is going bearish, you know what's going up. Even the news, every time I was watching Bloomberg, they're talking about a big crash in crypto, like Bloomberg. And then the crypto commercial comes on in the background as they're saying crypto's about to dump. I've learned to do the opposite of what everybody's doing. 5-day, weekly, and monthly look ready to make. It does, Derek. That's why if we get on top of 585, it would be very interesting with XRP. If we could turn this inverted head and shoulders into something more than just a cup and handle at the top. If we could have a bullish handle on the top, oh boy. Derek is making me nervous. Now I'm going to buy. See, Derek, I told you we need you back. Need you back. Look at the weekly and how we're kissing the 200. Oh yeah, let me put back XRP. This is absolutely 100% on the money. That's what I was trying to tell everybody. I don't think XRP is just out ahead. I think it's setting an example for the market right now. And look at the main thing, and Derek, this is what I tell everybody. The descending and or symmetrical triangle, it's up to your interpretation. But doesn't anybody find it at all concerning we created the inverted head right on the pattern breakout? Derek, you know as well as I do, that is the most bullish formation right there. A huge breakout to the old pattern high on a breakdown at 585. If you go to the other side, we can see where we had a breakdown far ago. And then we came all the way back down on a retrace to the pattern breakout and put an inverted head there. That doesn't speak bearish to me in this exact time. Could we come up and create a big double top? Sure we could. And that's what I'm looking for at 585. But if this comes up any higher and holds this 522, we could be off to the races. And then we'll see what happens at 585. But the 200, look at 524 now. XLM's just steadily creeping up to 9 cents now. You know. Cup and handle. I think we've had a few smaller cups that have already filled out. That's how I was interpreting it in the beginning. Yep, the more effective, to me, the most effective rug pull would probably be at the 585 level. It's much more effective than now. Ultimately, though, if you could push it to almost 70 cents, there's an area at 68 cents that has a lot of volume that could be picked up there. But at the same time, you know, I hope that it never comes down. I've already done what I need to do. But, you know, there's a truth to be told that you can keep adding more, but how much is too much? How much is too much? So that's how I like to leave it. Good buckle nuts. Derek got my pants jittering, done it even. Derek liked the higher go. Yep. You could call cup and handle on the weekly. He'll only bring the weekly. It's invisible that it's coming down. Or, I mean, it's inevitable that it's coming down. Yeah. You know, that's the thing. Like, I had a lot of people tell me that we were about to have a power outage over the weekend. I've had a lot of people tell me that all of crypto was going to dump on Tuesday the moment it came back online. You know, I've had a lot of people tell me a lot of things. You know what I've learned over the years of being a conspirator? 9 times out of 10, the ones who think they know something don't know a damn thing. And I'm the one who does. Bah! I'm going to smoke the joint before everybody gets mad. Oh, man. I make myself laugh sometimes. I mean, but look, we're well positioned for an XRP move. If anybody was paying attention, everybody's like, oh, Tom, what do I do for work? I don't do anything for work anymore. I am an investor, my friend. This is what I try to tell everybody. 3 years ago, I used to bury underground cable lines. I had a broken back. I used to be a personal trainer. I had a sprinkler company. You know, and then I broke my back at 23. And everything changed. Then I did underground cable lines, and I knew there needed to be another way. I started to try to understand the charts. I asked a few YouTube channels, and they all told me that I had to pay for their courses, and I said, go to hell, because I'm broke. How am I going to pay for your courses? So I vowed to myself, if I ever learned this shit, I was going to do this for free. And I was going to get as many people as possible to go along for the ride. What changed my life was just making good trades. Making good trades, folks. You don't understand. At any given time, when I'm telling things and saying that I'm doing this or I'm doing that, I'm actually doing it. So when you see things like this, yes, XRP, I'm up $1,700 right now from when I bought in. That doesn't count XDC, that doesn't count XLM, that doesn't count DGB, that doesn't count ZIL, you know. So we'll see what happens here, but this should break up to 585 if we continue with this bias. I really believe at some point we're going to see XLM all of a sudden stay up 4% today. I really do. I mean, if you want to talk about undervalued, XLM cost $7,000 during the bull run to buy 10,000 tokens. Now it costs $900. Like, holy hell. But yeah, the short answer is I don't. I haven't worked a job. I haven't got up for a 9 to 5 since 2020. I started my YouTube channel in March of 2021 after I'd already been doing it for over a year. I figured I could help some people do the same thing I was doing. I just didn't realize how much backlash I would reach on YouTube because I didn't realize how many people, yes, I am Sean, I'm live. I didn't realize how many people were selling out a bunch of horse shit until I actually paid attention to the XRP stuff. And then one day I finally said, you know what? I've got my tokens and I'm adding my position. I need to do this myself. I can do a better job. And the rest is history. I don't make enough on YouTube to not have a day job. Let me just put it that way. I don't make zero on YouTube. I have people who pay for Tom's Army, so don't get me wrong, I still make some capital. But my job is trading, stacking my metals, and mainly it's been trading. That's it. You know, that's all there is. Sean Crowther's my main man from Maine. He's been here since the very beginning. He absolutely has. But see, this is why I like the lives, guys. The longer I stay on, the more we can talk. I can't do this in my videos. Right now, there's 70 fucking people in here almost. 69 people, 68 likes. I told you, eventually we're going to catch on it, but I have to do the lives, and I have to be the one who puts in the effort. Me putting out one video a day wasn't cutting it. Me putting out 2 videos a day isn't cutting it. Me at my best is putting out 1 live a day during the trading week, and then putting out an update in the morning when I first get up, a short at some point during the day. I like to do it at nighttime, but also an update, if I can, in the early afternoon before the live that has something to do with an important event during the day. And now we've got FOMO Fridays on Friday. I'm starting to build something for this community. I told you, give me time and I would figure it out. And the reason why I'm unveiling it all now is, what if we do all of a sudden collapse? Then everybody's going to be more in tuned in their head to do this. Yeah, 525 is a big level as well. But I like to do the 522 as support and then have the 537 over the top, my friend. Because that's the top of this handle. So yes, 525 is important, but 522, I believe 537 would be the next important level after 522. 525 is kind of the intermediary. But yeah, we're pushing through the algorithm right now because of your guys' support talking. We've got 75 likes now and 62 people watching. It's remarkable. So I'm going to like this. We're going to watch this together, see if we can hold this 525, because it is important, like Derek Plaza said. It does get real if we can hold that level. I mean, it really would. If 52 cents now is the new support level, watch out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really didn't realize you all like to go live with me so much. Everybody thinks you have to have thousands of people watching you. I used to say 10 or 15 people would be enough if I just had the loyalty and the people that actually wanted to learn. But having 64 people, 77, I mean, how many times like I have 125,000 reasons to stay involved. You sure do, Sean. But Sean, you know damn well, what did I tell you when it was sub 40 cents? I said this is the time. If it goes sub 20, just have capital on the side. I said everybody, and I used to say this, and it wasn't to be mean. I would say if you don't have a lot of money and you buy when it was sub 40 cents, collect cans until it goes lower than you're buying. Continue to collect cans until your buying is lower. That's what I would say. I need a red Speedo. Yeah, you know, maybe one day. If XRP gets to $100, maybe I'll run around in my Speedo. Olga, welcome in, love. Good evening, XRP millionaires. Yes, in time. But, you know, look at this as Bitcoin. Right now, we're in XRP. We're in all these other ones. It's not like we bought. For everybody who's been doing it with me, remember, pat yourself on the back. You didn't buy in 2021 when everybody said you had to buy because it didn't matter where you bought. You bought in 2022, late 2022, going into 2023, where you bought where you wanted, but you were able to buy a lot of other things as well. I would be stunned if XLM does not continue to go up. But it's got to have a breakout point here. We're trying to look at the 925 level if you're paying attention to XLM. What was that, $1.99? Who else on a donation? That's way too generous. Showstopper, thanks for the $1.99. You're the man. I appreciate that. You're the man, Tom. Let me not, Jan, I appreciate this live today. Thanks, Tom. Have a great day, everyone. No problem, Jan. Drunk in chat. Okay, here's the deal. We'll all meet in Speedos as XRP millionaires. I approve this message. Hey, and you know what? At least I'm staying in shape. You know, I've been lifting weights for 113 days now, so, or 113 sessions. So, you know, starting to feel a little more, I don't even know if I should show the muscle. Starting to feel a little bit more, see? It's getting there. I don't take steroids though, so I'm not gonna be a holy shit, he's gained 75 pounds of muscle and, you know, since 2 weeks before Halloween. Let's see. Tom's Army, thanks, your mom. Ladies, bring them the keys. Lenny, thanks for the content from Louisiana. I appreciate you tuning in. Would love to visit Louisiana one day. It's on my bucket list. Crew Billies. I'm seeing questions I'd ask if I couldn't, so this lives helps me also ask mine. Yes, indeed. That's why the lives help as well, because then you see other people opening it up. Gives a few open questions options. I seen one in here that I missed from... I feel like I missed one. Ron, no problem. Yeah, that won't help. The Speedo won't help. No, it won't. It certainly will not. What is this? How do we get back to YouTube? Oh, that's Google Play. Apparently they want me to play some games. Oh, let me relight this. I'm kind of just laboring around here because I want to see what XRP does here, if we can hold this 522. For me, that's my important level, ladies and gentlemen. That 522 is everything to me right now. It would be nice for XLM to start losing this, or using this 9 cents as a support as well, as I still believe we could be trying to form something like this. And if you guys remember with XRP, I had the same exact drawing, and it made it look like, well, what's that right arm? That hasn't happened yet. I did the same thing with XRP, and I even said, when this looked like this with XRP, I said we wouldn't even be surprised if it would have come down a little bit lower, like that other side. So you could come down a little bit lower, but unless we invalidate what looks like an inverted head, XLM, I've still got this gut feeling that it could do something like that. I just tried to make it look a little more official for an inverted right arm to be drawn out. I'm stunned so many people are in here, just stunned. You know, the first live I did last week, we had like 30 people, and then we had 40 and 45, and now all of a sudden 67 with 87 likes, hour and 14 minutes. What about Doge? I believe Doge is in a similar pattern as Matic right now, which is not a bad pattern if it ends up pulling up. Yeah. So with Doge, this is what I like about Doge. And FYI, I don't personally own Doge, but I bought 10,000 tokens for Doge at some point when it was a lot cheaper than it is now, and she's got 10,000 tokens that she just holds on to. So I do have 10,000 Doge tokens. Actually a little bit more, like 11,000. I bought her a little bit more when it was down at like, I don't know, 5.8 or something. So I do own 10,000 Doge for Julie. But yeah, that's what I was going to say, inverted head and shoulders, and much like XRP, pattern breakout formation, and you got this inverted head and shoulders. If it does form, here, let me move my big head out of the way. Which, it's okay, I know I have a big head, but I have a big brain, so, you know, you need a lot of space for the big brain. So that's why I have a big head. Big head, big brain. So this could very well play out like this. Inverted head plays out on this pattern formation, a retest, and boom. You know, that's what we're looking at, but it would have to come up here and do some kind of weird formation. So yes, this is that's where we could have a breakout. And if we do, I'm praying for lower lows and Brett speed. We're all going to meet at the lake somehow. Yeah, it looks like it could be going into an inverted head and shoulders right now, Olga. It looks like all of crypto could be trying to do what XRP is. Now, I must be hitting this with my thumb, but I got to get going here soon. I've been on way too long. Not that I don't want to. Yep, same with me. If I'm wrong, so be it. I still have my crypto that I want. And I already bought in 85 to 95% cheaper, some 97% from the top. And once we break my lows, I can't buy any more of my stuff until my buy-in gets broken. That's a rule. I'm sorry, I can't buy XRP till it's sub 35. Even though my rule is sub 40, I have a position of an average of 35, so I can't buy it. But yeah, right now what you want to see, Olga, with Doge, 3-hour time frame, let's get back above the 726. And the 4-hour time frame, let's just make sure that we don't slip too far below the 725 actually. Other than that, though, this isn't looking bad. We got a bullish cross in the daily, or I mean in the 4-hour time frame. We look like even on a further rejection, we still need to come at 7.5 or 7.45, but it really looks like we could be starting a reversal here. So pay attention to that. It did a nice reversal at the perfect time. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you haven't done already and you're watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching after this live, make sure you join tomorrow at 2:15 Eastern Standard Time, PM Eastern Standard Time. I don't think it's going to be an hour and 15 minutes, but even if it's only 30 minutes, come do it. Promise us we'll still be here. I'm always going to be here. This is just something I do. See, the one cool thing about this is I don't do it for the money. So even if I become a millionaire through crypto, I'm still going to be here because this wasn't for the money. If people want to send a donation for my time, because I believe everybody deserves something for not, you know, there's always something, and it's not for nothing. Because your time is always worth something, because every day I'm doing this is another day I'm getting older. I'll be 40 this year in December. So I think I'm aging gracefully. I think my hair is helping that cause. I think being in good shape helps that cause. You know, I think having muscle and being toned and things like that. I think having a healthy mind and a healthy soul definitely helps with that. Hell yeah, Derek. Thank God. Hopefully something I said in this update allows you to push through. Because I know you did a lot of work and you're taking... See, this is the thing. Derek knows more than anybody. The criticism and the people that are just trying to gaslight your content wears on you. Wears on you. And you got to take a break. For me, my break was just doing 1 or 2 a day and kind of becoming hostile. But, you know, it doesn't do anybody any good. So by the grace of God, when I started getting into my fitness a little bit deeper, I got the mind right. That's right. All right, Joss. Because if I'm doing it for free, that means what I'm doing works. I always tell people that. And the $9.99 a month, you kind of, that's not to get, that's why I always tell people, if you pay $9.99, that's not to get added content. That's not to get me to make your trade. That's because you legitimately appreciate the time I'm putting in, and you understand that $9.99 is not a lot to ask to get all this information for free. And even if you weren't paying it, I would still put it out. And that's where people are like, well, then I don't have to join. Well, you ruin the flow. You ruin the flow. It's all about lifting the collective spirit. You know, if I do for you, you do for me. That's how it's supposed to go. It's kind of like the bartering system. I'm giving you TA, you're supporting my army. I'm keeping you out ahead, not just on crypto, but on all markets. So, in conclusion, my email. Here, I'll type it in chat. This is my email. I just typed it in chat. See, I'm the king, not LeBron James. See my crown? Oh, actually, no, it wasn't the cannabis. I still have my whole cannabis. That's just me. I'm already on the spiritual shit. But I'm going to finish this. I told you. I had a rude awakening, Derek. I told everybody a few weeks ago, it's over. It's over. I just had to find me. Yeah, but you know what I liked about you, Derek? even when you were trying to find yourself, I seen you put out 3 videos, and they were nothing to do with XRP or crypto, but you put out something that would implant an idea into somebody's head where they might be able to make just a little bit of side money. Nothing wrong with that if somebody wants to put in the time. Now, what they're finding out is that's not as easy as it looks, but if they get the understanding, I understand how that works, and it's actually pretty profitable if you know what you're doing. Let's see, the camera. So anything else we need to cover? Because XRP, like I continue to say since the beginning, 522, I believe, is that next level we must hold. I know you are, Derek, and I knew that from the beginning when I seen your XRP videos. I've never seen you ask anybody for anything. I don't even know if you I don't even think you could pay to be in a membership for your videos, honestly. But you're one of the only people. I used to say that you were the exact same as me, except when I was being bearish, or like I would have that negative tone, you would try to keep it positive while being bearish. And I had a lot to learn in that regard. Just because you're bearish doesn't mean you have to make everything sound so negative. You know, so I grew from that. That's from listening to you. That's something I took from you. Got to have a positive spin on it, even if it doesn't look good. There's always a way, like building your portfolio and doing things like that, but you got to keep everybody with a sound mind. So XRP 52, and believe it or not, I learned that from you, Derek. Think about it. That's something you used to do, and I always used to say we're the exact same streamer, except I would give the negative bias, and you'd give the bullish bias, or like the positive bias. So yeah, this is it right here. And then on the 30-minute time frame, yes, sir. Oh, that's all I know, Derek. That's actually how I am in my everyday life, so I don't have to. See, I don't have to change anything. I just come on, hit play. I don't rehearse. I don't have any note cards. Guys, see where I'm recording? On top of a fucking trash can. See that? Who else is recording you a video on top of a trash can? My recyclables. So, see my notes? So, but yeah, that's what I got, guys. My throat is getting a little sore. So, any last words? I'd greatly appreciate it if you want. Shit, I only get paid on Friday. Stop it there. Oh, man. Oh, man. With that, thank you, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, 2:15 Eastern Standard Time, 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll have another update later today. Stay blessed, everybody. Be kind to your neighbor, for God's sake.